Hi everybody, welcome to Your Home, Your Happy Place. I'm Debbie and we are going to style shelves today, which I'm going to go back a minute in time when I was an interior decorator, and it really was one of my most difficult jobs. I went into somebody's home, and if I'm not mistaken, the wall was even curved, but they had an entire wall. Now I've got two bookcase tops here. They had a floor to ceiling and an entire family room wall that was nothing but shelves, and they were lost. And of course, you know, you're going to ask people, well, what do you have? What do you like? Do you have collections? That's where you want to start when you're doing something like this. But they didn't. They had nothing. And this is where I really like to know my client, because me coming in and just saying, okay, we'll do some coffee table books here, we'll get something with a little height. If it's meaningless, it could look beautiful, but who cares? It can be the most unusual thing. I can't come up, I'm trying to think of something right now, but something that you normally wouldn't see sitting out. But, you know, look through the things that you've collected over the years from travel or keepsakes that people have given you. Photographs always photographs are a really nice filler, and a lot of times we just don't have a lot of places to put those photographs. So I love to find ways to use those. And anyway, I don't have pictures of it. I don't really remember how it turned out. Their taste was almost a modern transitional, if that makes any sense to you. And so it took a little bit of time, but so I'm saying that and letting you know this is a hard spot for me. Now when I got these shelves, of course, this is custom, so I believe that's all there were on that side. I know there's at least one, if not two more shelves here, and there's another one over there for sure. So when you've got something like this, you definitely want your bigger spaces in the center if you got something like 3. If you have something that's just 2, then you want them more balanced like these 2 are. They don't have to be the same. But so these are little things to keep in mind if you have bookcases, if you have, like a china cabinet or a curio or anything like that. This is areas that you would be doing things like this in. Also, if you don't have anything like that and you say, oh, I'm going to click this video off, again, just about everything we do in decorating is a small vignette of some kind. I mean, we're going to have teeny weeny vignettes in here, if not just one item. But in the larger spaces, I'll probably have a vignette. So you can make vignettes work on a coffee table or a console. They can be just about anywhere in your home. So, and I know you're not necessarily going to have the same items as me, but I will link things that are similar. But you need to look in your stuff and pull out the things you love, and then seasonally add your seasonal decor, which is always fun. And that's what we're doing today. I stripped all the summer out. Let me tell you, it was hard because this pool's still open and it's sunny out. Probably going to be a warm day, but I really am ready for fall in the house for sure. Okay, I've cleaned the shelves. I left some books up there that I'm not going to take down, and I think I'm going to start in the center, because as I was telling you in the laundry room, I like to look at my focal point and start there and work my way out. Now I have a fairly decent idea of what I'm using, but I did run to the store yesterday for something, and I picked up a couple odds and ends that are in my car, so I may be running out to get those. I have no idea what I used down here last fall. I try really not to look back, and honestly, I had to when I did the fall marathon, but that's been, a month or more, so I don't remember. So here's my inspiration, and it's from the pillow that I chose to use down here in the sofa, which you'll see maybe in the next video. It's got a little gold background. Actually, you could use it either way, but I am going to be using it this way. And so the colors in here are muted, but it's predominantly golden green. And then, of course, a few of the deeper fall browns in it, and even a blue. So let's get to the details. I'm going to start with this piece here, not new. I just don't have a lot of fall arrangements, but I think a green arrangement for the most part is what we would call evergreen. Evergreen just means it works year round. So I'm going to use this in here. Then I want something over here to give it a little height. I struggle sometimes with what I have available because there's a lot of spaces to fill here and a lot of demands on how high it can be or how high it should be. So this little gal, I really don't know if there's a name for these. They were very popular probably, maybe 10 years ago. And I found her at Home Goods. So she's a little odd, but she's a very pale green and she's got that height I want. So I'm popping her in. I have a green velvet pumpkin, and then this one, I mean, he really looks more like a squash, which I guess pumpkins are squashes. I don't know, maybe they're not. There we go. All right. I think that's a nice centerpiece. Something more solid there could work, but since I have such a beautiful back color, I do not mind letting more of it shine through. All right, up there I'm going so simple because I've made that such a small space. I don't have a lot of new items. Mostly this is stuff that I had around the house, but there's a couple items. I picked this up at Walmart the other day. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a dough bowl, but a little wooden bowl, decorative, about $14.99, I think. I'm going to set it on that. Okay, I just wanted to bring I needed something short and wide, and I wanted some element of outdoors in there, which it's wood and it's hand carved, and I think it overall will look really good. So I have collected quite a few coffee table books over the past couple years, and I can link them all below. I mean, you can use any kind of book. Because of my space being wide, a coffee table book is more appropriate. I would like to have another one, and maybe there's another one in the house that I'll run across, but for now, I have two. And the colors work for me, so I am going to pop those in here. And I'm going to top it with a gold pumpkin. Okay. On this side, I'll just work from the bottom up. I've got the most height here. These are the plates that I used last year in the dining room for fall. And the colors look really good. with my inspiration. So I'm going to put it on a plate rack. I found these last year or 2 years ago, I don't really remember, at Home Goods. I also find them on Amazon. I saw some more this year, but they really weren't in my budget. They're not super inexpensive. So these are fall ones. And they have a place to put a candle, which I am able to use one of these. I just need to get a new battery. So for now, I'm just going to set it in front. It really draws the color in. TJ Maxx yesterday, I actually picked up 2 of these, and to my delight, the battery is already in it. There we go. So one thing I'm getting ready to do I don't love is I'm going to put a single item up here. So unless you're going to do 3 single items, perhaps that could look good. I prefer to mix things up, as you saw I did in the middle. I don't want, on the middle one I have a little vignette there and something over here. So then right there it's completely centered and completely centered. Yeah, I could drop this down, move this shelf, and put the plate in the center, but there's a lot of interest and a lot going on there, and I want this side to be more simple. So for now, I'm leaving it. This is just, I'm sure I picked this up at Home Goods TJ Maxx several years ago. Just love the color of it. It's got a little bit of a wood marble base. All right, you can kind of see the 2 together and how they're working. Now we're going to go over and finish this side. This year I picked up, I think, 3 different sizes of this. I never showed it to you because I didn't use it. There's a candle in it, which is making it look darker. It's actually, I don't know if you can kind of tell, it's almost see-through, but it is blue, and it is like a seeded glass with the bubbles in it. So, or I guess maybe people call them bubble glass, but I just wanted something right there. I found this at Hobby Lobby. It's actually a bouquet, I think, for a winter wedding. It's not, again, sometimes the things I put in here are not my favorite things, but it's really hard to make it work. So this seemed to work for now. So I'm just going to lay it in there like so. And I'm balancing this floral and this floral by not putting it up in one of these 2. I like pulling in a little old world in this area. I have maps down here. I kind of go for I don't know, maybe a British colonial feel overall at times. My sofas are a really, maybe an umber, a deep umber Chesterfield leather. And so we have a lot of these, and I've used them before. I've got them in various sizes. And so I'm going to use something similar pattern on the other shelf. So I'm going to pop this in here. And now I'm going to run up to my car because what I have here is inadequate. It's just some books. And while the books are fine, I need a little something else. I'll be back. Okay, I just brought a little bit of the stash with me just to play and let you see how I, kind of figure things out. So here's a little bit of what I got. I picked this up because of course the texture and the fact that, oh, I didn't even see this was a little leather leaf on there. How cute is that? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So now problem I see there is I got single, 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 and I'm not a fan of that. So, gosh, I love that though. That is so cute. Okay, next. Well, oh my God, guys. I don't know if you've been over at Liz's. She had a surprise video for us of her new house, and she had on her coffee bar the cutest little wooden pumpkin, at least it looked like it to me, in a little urn with some goldenrod around it. And oh, so when I saw this wooden pumpkin at TJ Maxx, I just had to have it. I don't have the urn. I do have an urn there, but it's already got something in it. But this is something, and I considered a little sign. So these two might work together in there. This sign says Autumn Market, Pumpkins, Mums, Hay Rides, Caramel Apple Cider, open every Saturday and Sunday. And I like the dark frame because it's picking up on some of the other dark things I'm doing. What do you guys think? I know you're not super close, but you're getting the overall idea. I'm wondering if I should swap those out. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. Tell you what, I may take that down completely because I have something else I could put up there. I found this frame. I was looking for some frames. How beautiful. So, and it's actually got a thing to hang on the wall if you'd like. But because it's flat, you can also just set it. So I like that a lot. Here's what I don't like. I got two things that are angled this way, and the reason is because nobody's going to be able to stand. There's a window and a wall here, so nobody's going to stand over there and see something this way. So anything like that has to be angled this way. And then I got two pumpkins there. So I've got to do some kind of switch up over here. But I don't have these shelves arranged in such a way. So give me a minute. All right, remember my problem over here? I wasn't thrilled that I had two things the same, you know, just one item and one item. And while I have two things here, one is centered and the one above it is not. So now I have broken that up. I still got to keep that dark element I was really excited about having there. And then over here, I kept that real cozy feeling and popped him up there. I really like that. I'm going to try one more thing just because I've got a whole lot of white here and I'm bringing in a whole white there. I'm going to swap these two and see if that makes any difference. And then I think I'm going to be really happy with this whole look. And look at the difference that made. It is so important to just really, you know, use a critical eye when you're doing these things. So I'm thinking I'm happy with this. You guys can let me know what you think. Yes, I could throw more pumpkins. I just don't want to over pumpkin. I could put a green ball up there. And I did yesterday, and I didn't like it. So I'm pretty thrilled with what I ended up with.